starting with the pride of Scriber, two-time Olympian and Canadian boxing record holder, Dominic Hollywood Fellaini. Dennis Oucher.
Front, televisions in the back and on the side, and watch as it comes to life. So let's begin by taking a look at the accomplishment of the first of our 2004 inductees in the athlete category, the pride of Scriber, Ontario, two-time Olympian.
Entering the world as Dominic Figliomini in 1969, this exceptional athlete entered the boxing ring in the hearts of as many fans as Dominic Hollywood Fellaini. Getting involved with the Scriber Boxing Club when it opened in 1983, he would often find it difficult to find opponents in his weight class at just 70 pounds, so the Mighty Mite class was created for him and fellow Thunder Bay boxer Trevor Phillips. In just 1 year's time, he had earned the club's Boxer of the Year honors, having displayed such talents as knocking out an opponent from Timmins in the first 10 seconds of the first round. With sheer determination and a drive to succeed, Dominic found himself on the provincial and national stage. Competing in the 80 to 85 pound junior light flyweight class, he claimed silver medals at the 1985 Ontario Development Tournament and Ontario Championships, earning a spot on the Ontario team. Competing as part of the Ontario team, he fought his very first Canadian Championships in 1985, putting in an impressive bronze medal performance. Taking some time off, he picked up the gloves again in 1988 and never looked back. By 1989, he had made it onto the national team and earned the right to represent his country in international competitions. With a bronze medal performance at the Canada Cup International Boxing Tournament, he set his sights on the 1990 Commonwealth Games in Auckland, New Zealand. With the support of his hometown behind him, and fellow Northwestern Ontario boxer Vern Linklater cheering him on, Dominic emerged from his first major international competition with a Commonwealth Games bronze medal. By the time the 1992 Olympics came around, Dominic had already established himself as the best light flyweight boxer in the nation, having a lock on the Canadian title for 3 years in a row. In fact, he would not give up that national crown for a long time to come, retaining it for a record-setting 10 consecutive years. Undergoing intensive training and preparation for one of the biggest fights of his life, he made his way to Barcelona with members of the Canadian Olympic team, including some other athletes from Northwestern Ontario. Although losing in his first and only bout of those games to a boxer from Japan, Dominic returned home to a hero's welcome as Scriber's first and only Olympian. Representing Canada with distinction at bouts around the world for more than a decade, he competed in World Championships, attended both the 1995 and 1999 Pan Am Games, and claimed another Commonwealth Games medal in Victoria in 1994. Also included in his medal collection are medals from USA National and Detroit Golden Gloves Championships, the 1996 Multi-Nations Championships in Liverpool, and the 1997 Francophone Games in Madagascar. Crowned the 1996 Sweden Box Open International Champion, he also earned gold medals for Canada in dual meets against teams from the USA, Italy, and Ireland. With a first-place finish at the 1996 Olympic Trials, Dominic reached another personal goal, becoming a two-time Olympian and marching into the Olympic Stadium for Canada at the 1996 Games in Atlanta. Attending his third Commonwealth Games in Kuala Lumpur in 1998, he had the added pleasure of introducing himself to a new fan. Actually, on more than one occasion, Dominic took the opportunity to meet some very famous people at competitions and events around the world, often with that trademark closed fist symbolizing the sport that he loves so much. Hanging up his gloves in 2001, Dominic continued his involvement in athletics with his line of Hollywood Fellaini sportswear and passed on his knowledge to the next generation of boxing stars at his boxing gym. Throughout his competitive career, Dominic was always a great ambassador for his hometown. As evidenced by the sign that greets visitors to the town of Scriber, they are just as proud of him. From sparring with his brother in his backyard to competing against the best boxers in the world, Dominic Hollywood Fellaini Figliomini has truly left his mark on the sport of boxing in Canada.
but Dominic has always been a proud Schreiber citizen. The highway to Thunder Bay was pretty busy today, with many of his family, friends, and fans making the trip to be here tonight to share in his special night. Please welcome into the Northwestern Ontario Sports Hall of Fame, Dominic Fillane.
Thank you very much. As you can see from the slideshow, I'm not a politician like the guys that started out tonight. I usually do the talking with my hands, but I'll give this a shot. First of all, I'd like to thank the Hall of Fame committee and all its hard work for putting on this great evening, and it's an evening I will never forget for the rest of my life. I would also like to congratulate the rest of the Hall of Fame inductees tonight. It's a great honor to be rubbing shoulders with some great athletes, and from meeting them all here tonight, there's some great personalities, so I'm very honored. I would also like to thank my family and friends that have made the trip here from Schreiber and Terrace Bay, as well as the ones that have come from Sudbury and Winnipeg, and from all other points in between. I'd also like to thank the citizens of Schreiber, represented here by Don MacArthur, our mayor. Schreiber has always been behind me and been in my corner no matter where I was in the world, and I always thank them for their support, and I really appreciate it. My brothers and sisters, all 7 of them here tonight, the exceptional one, for their support, especially my brother Jerry, who not only lent me the tie tonight that he doesn't know I have, but also for those of you that don't know, Jerry was a national team member himself. He's been in there with the best. He never went to the Olympics, but he's always fought the top guys in the world, from Oscar De La Hoya to Michael Strange, you name it. He's fought them all. So, and he trained with me when he didn't have to. So Jerry, I thank you for all your hard effort getting me where I am. As the story goes, I got started in boxing because I was getting too small for hockey and I couldn't sing or dance like my father. And the man that started me off is a man by the name of Kevin Cox. He's made it here tonight, and Kevin introduced me to the sport, and if it wasn't for him and his guidance, I wouldn't be where I am here today. My parents are definitely one of the strongest supporters I've had my whole career. They always gave me the financial backing, the moral support to do whatever I wanted to do, and don't worry about whatever else athletes with no money have to worry about. So I thank them for all their time and their effort, and for following me around the world when I needed them the most. I'd just like to thank my wife, who is part of my new career now, which is fatherhood. And we have two boys, and it's great to represent here tonight with them. I thank you all very much. Great honor.
We will now take a look at the career of our next athlete inductee, who enjoyed success as an amateur and a professional athlete.
Through
for providing us with so many wonderful memories. Your accomplishments and contributions to the sports heritage of our region reminds all of us of just how much we have to be proud of. Your names are now officially a part of the Northwestern Ontario Sports Hall of Fame for people to take pride in for generations to come. As our ceremonies come to a close, let us once again show us just how proud we are of the newest honored members of the Northwestern Ontario Sports Hall of Fame. Dominic Filane. Thank you all for being on hand this evening, and please feel free to come forward and offer your personal congratulations to this year's Hall of Fame inductees. Good night, have a safe drive.
Wait, I'm late.
This is the moment, this is the day, this is the moment when I know I'm on my way. Every endeavor I have made ever is coming into play, is here and now today. This is the moment, this is the time when the momentum and the moment are in rhyme. Give me this moment, this momentous moment. I'll gather up my past and make some sense at last. This is the moment when all I've done, all of the dreaming, scheming and screaming become one. This is the day, just see it shine, when all I've lived for becomes mine. This is the moment, this is the hour when I can open up tomorrow like a flower and put my hand